Hi guys. So today I'm going to do another video. I have my door open because I'm taking care of a cat. So if you see him wander in, just know there's not much I can do about that. He hates to be shut out and he will wail. But anyways, today I have a reading update as well as a book haul. You're probably sensing the pattern. That's a lot of usually what my videos are. Update, haul, sometimes an unhaul. But yeah, I'm gonna get started first with the reading update. That's what I normally do. I'll update you and then I'll get into the book haul. It's not a big book haul, so don't worry. But to update you on my reading, in the last video, I had just started The Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson. This is the first book in the Remnant Chronicles. It is a young adult fantasy about a princess who runs away from an arranged marriage, and she is hunted down by the prince she left and an assassin from a neighboring kingdom who wants to take this opportunity to kill her. So yeah, we get three perspectives. Three in this book. We get the assassin, the prince, and Leah, of course. And I had only just started the last time I filmed, and I have actually managed to finish the whole first book since filming that. I think I filmed that on Monday, and I finished 2 days ago, I think. Yeah, this book was wild. I gave this 4 stars. I really loved this first book. So I mentioned this in my previous video, but the whole sort of like gimmick or like twist in the series is that you don't know from Leah's perspective who is the prince and who is the assassin. So the whole time you're kind of trying to see how it'll play out. And I would say like a third, not even, maybe like probably like a third of the way in, maybe even less so, I had kind of figured out who was who. So I will say the names of the two are Rafi and Caden, and I was so sure I had figured out who is who. Don't worry, this will not be spoilery. I don't like to give spoilers, but I'll tell you, like I was so sure I had figured out who is who. Because once you know their names, you have chapters that are in the assassin's POV, the prince's POV, and then sometimes you would just get Rafi or Caden's POV, but you still didn't really know who. And I should have been paying more attention to that because I didn't. And I would say like 3/4 of the way through, there was a turn that literally I was gobsmacked. I was so shocked. I felt betrayed. I was so sure that the author had messed up. I was like, this doesn't make sense from everything I've read. And then I go back, I like read through everything I had read before. The first 3/4 I like skimmed through because I was on a mission to find evidence of like, this doesn't make sense. Like, I know I didn't have it wrong. And then once I like reread enough times, I was like, oh my God, she tricked me. Mary E. Pearson, you got me. You got me so good. You tricked me. You deceived me, one might say. I won't say what the twist or like the turn was, but I was shocked. I felt betrayed. But really, I do think probably if you have a more observant or like suspicious mind, you'd probably, well, I don't know, you would maybe guess it, or you wouldn't be as surprised. But I am a very naive, waltzing in the meadow kind of person, and I was agog and aghast. So yeah, I really love this book. I gave it 4 stars. definitely a worthy read. I'm in my 20s, so, and I still enjoyed it, so like this is one of those young adult fantasies that I think you would still enjoy out of your teen years. Had a really fun time. This was fun. So 4 stars. So I finished that, what did I say, 2 days ago? I'm always trying to do visual triggers, but I'm not very good at it. I am hoping to get a mic at some point. Right now I'm just using my earbuds and my phone, so very rudimentary here. But I am like with like a Prime Day sale maybe or something, like hoping to get a microphone. So because I love mic triggers, I'm a big fan of like mic tapping and scratching and all of that, so I will be doing that once I get a microphone. Tangent, sidetrack. So now that I finished The Kiss of Deception, the next book is The Heart of Betrayal. This is the sequel. It's a trilogy. I also just love these covers. Like, I feel like they're very classic YA fantasy covers, and I enjoy them. I think the first book was like 440 something pages. This book, 470 something from what I see. I'm trying not to look at spoilers. I will say this is one of those books that has like the map as the end papers. So this is the Kingdom. I love books that have the map as the end pages. I just think it's really cool. Hold on, I don't want to hurt the book. I feel like that would make all of you cringe, including myself. So yeah, I have not actually started this book yet, but it's probably the next book I'm going to get to. Okay, so that is it for the reading update portion of this video, and now we're getting into the little mini haul that I have. All of these books came in the mail. One is a Fairy Loot book. It's a sequel that came in. And the other 3 are actually books that I've been searching forever for. I say forever, but it's been months, I'll say that. They're new covers of a certain series that I love. And there had been hints and pictures online about them for a while, but I just could never find them in the store, even though I kept looking. And then the author tweeted and posted on Instagram and said, so like gave a link of where you could get them from. And I immediately went in there and ordered them, and they arrived today. So it's very exciting. So the books are, this is Captive Prince by C.S. Picot. And these are the new covers. They're very pretty. I love the art. This is definitely an adult series. It's a trilogy, an adult trilogy with some heavy topics and themes. So like if it's not for you, don't like look it up and then decide for yourself if it's something you would be interested in reading it. So, yeah, but it's like a fantasy adult, although it's shelved in romance, which I find interesting. There's a lot of, I will say, like graphic scenes in the trilogy, particularly in the first book, not so much the second 2 books, but like the first book for sure. So I guess that's why it would be put under there, but it's set in a fantasy world, so I don't quite get it, but it's not my job to get it. So yeah, this is the first book, Captive Prince, and this is the second book. Prince's Gambit. I just love this art. It's very similar, I think, to the French art for this series. It might be the same artist, I'm not sure. To boil it down to you, it's about two princes. One prince gets taken prisoner by the other prince, and things get intense, is all I'll say. Yeah. So yeah, this is the second book, Prince's Gambit. I haven't really been doing a lot of book grouping. I know a lot of people like book grouping, and I understand. This is the third book, King's Rising. I wouldn't say this is like a favorite trilogy, but I do think it's really good, and I love the author's writing. The second two books particularly are my favorite. The first book has themes that I'm not like usually comfortable with, just personally. I don't think it's a bad book. I just, for me, there's certain things I don't like reading about, and it gets a little intense there for a bit. So, but I love the characters, and I love especially the last two books. So yeah, I just wanted these new covers because they're so pretty. Let me move some of these books over here because that stack's getting pretty tall. And the last book I have to show you is a sequel, a Fairy Loot sequel for Curse of Saints. And this looks like this, and it's called The Curse of Sins by Kate Dramis, I think. And I love the Fairy Loot editions of these books. I think the normal covers are also stunning. But I love these covers, and this just, I can tell I'm going to love these books. Like, I'm so excited to get to these. It's adult fantasy. I collect this series a bit, even though I haven't read it yet, but again, it's that gut instinct thing. Like, if you're a reader, maybe you have this too. Like, I just have a sense of like what I'm gonna like in a series. I know what I look for, and rather than, I would say, like, if I had a piece of recommendation, I would say go with your gut feeling rather than someone's recommendation, particularly if it's just someone you don't know, like on the internet. Like, trust your gut a little bit is all I'll say. Like, I think you can find some good gems with your gut. You'll definitely, I mean, obviously it'll fail sometimes. Mine has failed a few times as well, so like, it's not a foolproof plan, but like, oftentimes I think your gut is right, like, on whether or not you'll like a book, especially once you read more and more. You can, like, you know more of what you like. So like, I've been curating my taste my whole life. I've been reading and collecting like my whole life, so like, I know by now, like, especially what I like and what I don't like. So I would say like 9 out of 10 times I like the books that I pick up on a whim, even if I don't know a lot about them or haven't read them before. Not always though, especially with, I will say, contemporary. I don't know my contemporary taste as well as I do my fantasy. So, but another tangent, sorry, let's get back to the book. Yeah, this is the Curse of Saints, or Curse of Sins. This is the second book in that series. It has ombre sprayed pages, yellow on the bottom and black on top. I'm assuming these are the two main characters. This is adult fantasy, by the way. Oh, it has art on the inside. Oh, it's stunning. Oh my god. You have two characters with wolves and a knife. Like, you don't need to show me anything else. Like, that's all I need to know. More art on this side. Trying to show you without cracking the book open too far. It's just a pillar here, and then there's another character over here. And let me see what it looks like under the dust jacket. Oh, it's stunning. Oh, God. Let's see. So it says The Curse of Sins at the top, and has this beautiful like gold foiling. It's so stunning. Oh my God. And then it's just plain like heather gray on the back. I'm always more reluctant to tap on like book box books because like I'm like I must protect them. And I don't really know, like I said earlier, I don't really know anything about this book. I just know it has like a wolf symbol on the first book, and that's about it. I don't really want to know. I would read you the inside flap, but I don't want to know. So you can always look it up on Goodreads if you want to know more. But that is it for this video. That was my little haul. That was my little reading update. I hope you enjoyed. I swear I do mean to make other videos besides updates and hauls, but like I feel like I keep getting books and I keep reading more, so I keep having more stuff to film. So once I reach a lull, hopefully I can make some different types of videos. If you have any bookish videos you'd be interested in seeing, like some specific recommendations, like I love those videos where people leave like specific requests of what they're looking for, and then other people like try to find books that meet that criteria. I would love to do that if you have any specific requests for what you're looking for. I've seen a lot, I've read a lot. Of course, judge for yourself, like if we have the same taste. I don't want to recommend you a book that you end up not liking. So based on, if you look at like my favorites video, I think my Q&A video has a lot of my favorite books in there. You'll get like a sense of the kinds of books that I love to read. So yeah, but that's it for today. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And I hope you have a good day or night wherever you are. Thanks.